now on News Channel 6 at 10, a double murder in Augusta. We're going to have the latest on the investigation for you. Also, I had another confirmed case of the measles in South Carolina. What doctors say you can do to protect your child, as your News at 10 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on MeTV.
Hey everybody, I'm Brad Means. We do thank you for joining us as coverage you can count on begins with the latest on two women who were shot and killed Sunday evening. It happened at the Best Buy parking lot off Walton Way Extension. The two victims, as we take our first check of the weather, here's Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci.
Well, Brad, it's such a nice night, and all of this week things are looking really great weather-wise. And starting out with a look at Live Viper 6, you can see it's completely dry. We do have scattered showers and storms off the coast and down near Florida, but here in Georgia and South Carolina, not a drop of rain. This is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over in Swainsboro. It was a breezy day, but you can see our flag is no longer blowing here in Emmanuel County. And today's almanac shows that we started out at 68 degrees and then only made it to 84. So our low temperatures were near average this morning, but our high temperatures definitely were not. Then tomorrow morning, low temperatures will be well below normal. You can already tell it's a few degrees cooler than it was 24 hours ago. And we're already at 68 in Augusta. By tomorrow morning, we'll be in the low 60s. Still in the 70s there in Allendale and Barnwell. Bamberger at 70, 67 in Aiken, and 66 in Sparta. Notice higher moisture in our southern line counties. The rest of us have much lower dew points, so that's why the skies are clear in most places. Winds are coming in from the northeast, very light at this time, only seeing gusts up to around 15. Winds will settle down overnight tomorrow morning. Northeast breeze up to around 10 miles per hour, getting down to around 61. And looking ahead, you can see lots of sunshine in the forecast. Temperatures slowly starting to warm up back to 88 on Thursday. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up, but back to you, Brad.
All right, Jenna, thanks. If you visit a park in Augusta, the city is making a record of those park visits, and they're doing it with more than 100 cameras in parks all over Richmond County. Why? Well, they want to see how often the public is going out there and how the facilities are used. Those cameras take pictures every 15 minutes, and then commissioners are going to let an engineering firm take a look at the data and try to figure out which parks, if any, to close.
This is going to impact our city in a pretty decent way, so we want to make sure that we're getting the right data. And again, this isn't a new conversation. We started this conversation 2.5, almost 3 years ago. And so now it's finally time for us to put the fork in it, to get the data necessary so we can make the funding decisions properly.
Commission committee will get an update from that engineering firm tomorrow. There's another confirmed case of measles in South Carolina, this time in the upstate. The public health department says it's the third one since July in the state. DPH saying the person is not vaccinated and just got back from a country that has a measles outbreak.
We're getting close to not having measles eliminated in this country anymore. We've got to be careful. That compares to only 16 outbreaks and 285 cases last year. So that's almost 6 times as many cases. So we're getting into a danger zone.
The health department says the measles vaccine is more than 97% effective. They wish everybody would get vaccinated. Football season, as we know, is back. And while fans across the country may be betting, sports betting is still illegal in South Carolina. That's why Representative Todd Rutherford there is a co-sponsor of the bipartisan sports gambling bill. It would let anybody 18 or older bet online. But the governor has said for years he is against sports gambling and gambling in general.
I think gambling is bad for our culture. It's not a part of our heritage. And there are better ways to make money, to give jobs, to generate tax money.
I don't understand that line of thinking or that logic. This is simply about, again, giving people access to be able to do what they're already doing. Everybody knows that people bet friendly wages here, there, $1, $2, $50. I'm sure even the governor has seen it. The fact is that it's simply illegal in South Carolina, and we need to fix that.
Now, North Carolina legalized sports gambling last year. Their law says you have to be 21 to place a bet.
And we are in the dry wedge setup, which means we have cloudy conditions, but no rain this week. Also lower humidity and lower temperatures. And I'll have a look at how long this will last when we return.
I still can't believe she's gone.
Just call 800-671-5649. 800-671-5649. 800-671-5649.
most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. Let's start out with a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over in Aiken. And speaking of Aiken, if you were out there this weekend at Aiken's Macon, I hope you had a great time. It was definitely really hot out there. Temperatures felt like summer again in the low to mid 90s. Humidity was up, but now it's feeling like fall again. And you can see we're all the way down into the upper 60s already at the 10 o'clock hour. We have dew points lower in the upper 50s, and winds are calm at the moment here in Augusta, but we do have a breeze out of the northeast impacting some of our counties. So you can see temperatures still on the warmer side down towards the southwest where they're dealing with more cloud cover. 75 in Wrightsville, but around 10 degrees cooler up in Washington, only at 66. Here's our satellite and radar showing some of that cloud cover still lingering, but no rain in sight. As we zoom out, all those showers are focused down in the Florida Peninsula. It's all along this stationary front. So if this was just a smidge closer towards the north, that would be bringing us some rain. But high pressure is doing a great job of bringing in that drier air. This will stick around through Wednesday, so it'll also be breezy along that stationary front, but we're not expecting any rain. So here's a look at tomorrow's forecast. When you're headed out the door, low 60s, partly cloudy for the most part throughout the day, and then we'll be climbing into the low 80s. We're going to continue to see 80s over the next several days to come, getting to 88 Thursday and Friday, and then finally back to average on Monday of next week, making it to 90 degrees. But in the meantime, it'll be pretty comfortable out there with dew points in the upper 50s, and you can see we're seeing very quiet weather here on our futurecast tomorrow at 6 a.m. Wind still coming out of the northeast. A lot of that cloud cover still primarily impacting our southern line counties, but at times it will move further towards the north. So a cloudy start to Wednesday morning, maybe a few sprinkles in our southeastern counties, but by Wednesday night, notice the skies really start to clear out, and then by Thursday, I'm expecting abundant sunshine pretty much all across the two-state. Now, here's a look at those winds tomorrow morning, still pretty light by around 6 a.m. Once we get to 8 o'clock in the morning through around lunchtime, we'll see those gusts get to around 20 to 25 miles per hour, and then they'll settle down by around dinner time. We're also watching the tropics, as you would expect for this time of the year. We are just 2 days away from the peak of hurricane season, but check this out. No tropical activity expected over the next 7 days. Always great to hear that. It's all thanks to this Saharan dust that always helps to weaken storms, and this dust is moving off the coast of Africa closer into our area. Now, of course, things could change, and we continue to stay alert, as this is the time of the year that we start to see those tropical systems. So, of course, we'll keep you updated if there's anything to worry about, but so far, so good. Upper 50s to low 60s tonight, highs tomorrow around 10 degrees below average in some spots, and that 10-day forecast is showing so much sunshine over the next 7 days to come. Once again, we will be warming up on Monday to 90 degrees, and then we'll introduce just a 20% chance of showers by the middle of next week. So, are you wondering if this cool weather is here to stay? The first official autumn forecast is out, and meteorologist Miller Hyatt has what we can expect.
Dreaming of fall? Well, we have the first official look at what the season might bring weather-wise here to our area. Let's break it down. So right now we have a La Nina watch. We are in INSO neutral, which means we don't have a La Nina or El Nino, but we are expecting a weak La Nina to develop as we head into the fall season. What does that mean? Well, typically it means we see above normal temperatures, and that is exactly what we're expecting here, around a 40 to 50% chance of seeing above normal temperatures according to the Climate Prediction Center's outlook. And looking at our precipitation pattern, usually we see a drier than average pattern here, and that's exactly what we're going to see to our north. But here in our area, we're looking at either near average or above average precipitation, and this really is the wild card because it depends on if we see any tropical systems getting closer to our area, and that could really bump up those precipitation totals. However, if we don't see any tropical systems impacting us, hopefully we don't, we'll end up likely near average in our precipitation totals. I'll have more details on my blog Beyond the Forecast on WJBF.com.
All right, coming up, immigrant rights groups in Savannah, why they say federal agents are targeting the wrong people after the ICE raid at the Hyundai megasite when we come back.
The Giving Your Best Award salutes volunteers at the CSRA for going above and beyond in our community.
The Giving Your Best partners congratulate our latest winner, Janine Owens. Over the last decade, she's fostered some 90 children and adopted 6 of them. She also founded the support group Safe in the 7.
Giving Your Best is brought to you by Science Co., Piedmont Augusta, Security Federal Bank, and News Channel 6.
The death of a loved
Coming up, Midland Valley football off to a 3-0 start. We're going to hear from their quarterback. Stay with us.
At Kroger, you never.
A serious accident creates a lot of right now problems. You're worried about your injuries, the medical bills, and whether you'll get stuck paying for it all. You shouldn't have to chase after a lawyer to get the help you need. With me, you won't have to. I'm Austin Jackson, your guy in Augusta. If you've been injured, my team will get to work right away. And you don't have to pay us anything unless we get money for you. Injured? Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. 706-724-7224.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get up high quality that's guaranteed.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Well, what a difference a year makes for the Midland Valley Mustangs. From 0-3 last season to 3-0. Two of those come from behind wins. Well, a key reason why they're off to the start they are is because of their quarterback. If you're Xavier Jeter, you can't ask for a better start to the season. The junior quarterback has completed 74% of his passes with already 1,070 passing yards and 9 touchdowns. That's just through 3 games. Now, on the ground, he's had 22 carries for 167 yards. Our Football Friday Night Player of the Week credits his work this summer and chemistry with his receivers on and off the field.
All the off-season work I've been doing, training hard, trying to get better, be a better quarterback as a whole, and reading coverages, getting together with my receivers, doing everything I can to do to help them and try to learn their plays. And then really speed work. I've been trying to get faster the whole time. Even though I run a 4.5, I'm just trying to get faster so college coaches can see me.
The Mustangs on a bye this week, but will host region rival Great Collegiate Academy on September 19th. We'll say goodbye to non-conference games and hello to SEC play. The Georgia Bulldogs gearing up for a crucial road test against the Tennessee Volunteers. The ESPN College Game Day crew will be in Knoxville for Saturday's top 15 matchup. Georgia topped Tennessee 31-17 in Athens last year. The Bulldogs have won 8 straight meetings against the Volunteers, making it the longest streak against the Vols in school history. The Dogs also 8-1 under head coach Kirby Smart, but he's not taking this game lightly, especially on the road.
When you open up on the road in the SEC, it's always challenging. It'd be important that our players understand that the environment is something that you don't have to worry about. You got to worry about how you play. Sometimes that's easier said than done, especially with young players. To be smart as a game planner, what kind of situations you put your team in, where the field position is, what's the down and distance, and your approach to your game planning is, defensively and offensively, you have to think about that.
Kickoff set for Saturday, 3:30 p.m. right here on News Channel 6. Now, for the second straight week, South Carolina punt returner Bakari Swain was named the SEC Special Teams Player of the Week. Swain became the first Gamecock in history to return 2 punts for touchdowns in a game. He now has 3 punt returns this season already, tying the single-season school record that was set back in 1971. The Gamecocks now turn to SEC play, hosting the Vanderbilt Commodores on Saturday at 7:45 p.m. Well, Georgia's softball team's just a little over halfway through the regular season. The Greenbrier Wolfpack improved to 11-4 on the year with a 13-3 win over the Evans Knights. The Grovetown Warriors rout Rockdale County 16-0 in their region game. They move now to 13-3 on the year. Brad, back to you.
Coming up, an NFL player getting his day back on the field with the help of a famous kids show. We'll have the story after the break.
Do you know what time it is?
And last but not least, Bluey, is one of the hottest kids cartoons on TV today.
But the show has also helped some adults, including one football player, making his NFL comeback.
Danny New has the story.
She
Snagging that out of the air is Hunter Renfrow.
For the first time in nearly 2 years, Carolina Panthers receiver Hunter Renfrow saw NFL action on Sunday.
This guy went from the Pro Bowl
After initially missing the phone call for his big comeback. How could that happen? Well, I think he has an excuse many parents can relate to. Did you have a little talk with your daughters, or like next time Daddy gets a phone call during Bluey?
Yeah, no, I mean, they were locked in.
Whoa, look at the show. Wow.
This was only about a week and a half ago when the former Pro Bowler gave his phone to his 2 young daughters to play with in his truck while he attached a trailer.
Hello.
And when he returned, Renfrow found 10 missed calls on his phone from the Panthers general manager and his agent.
Maybe next time I'll say, if someone calls me, just let me know.
But as I alluded to earlier, Renfrow had been waiting quite a while to make his return to the gridiron, largely because of a health battle.
fires downfield. Hauled in Hunter Renfrow.
After 5 seasons with the Raiders, he missed last year's while fighting an autoimmune disease called ulcerative colitis.
I would get fevers, had to go to the ER a few times, and just really did not feel good.
The South Carolina native spent the past year undergoing infusion treatments, and when he finally felt well enough to sign with his hometown Panthers, he got cut just before the season. However, that is when a trade happened, and suddenly the team general manager started calling him during that now infamous Bluey screening.
He was like, did you see we traded Adam? And I was like, no, I actually didn't. I was, sorry, my daughters were swiping up when you were calling.
Clearly the team was understanding about it all, and now after months of recovery and admittedly watching a lot of Bluey with his daughters, Renfrow is back again playing on Sundays.
I feel like it's a fresh start for me.
And as we learned over the weekend, Bluey here has a movie coming in August of 2027, hooray! Which will be distributed by our parent company, Disney. Hopefully no one calls Hunter while the Renfrow family's at the theater in 2 years. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New with Bluey. Oh, man, happy ending for sure. Hunter Renfrow back in Carolina, played for Clemson for what felt like 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he just never left, beat Bama twice. So we remember Hunter.
And head coach Dabo Sweeney actually went to the Panthers camp in the summer to go see him. So that was really cool.
I'm glad he's back and all the best.
Very cool. New information for me. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
But I do know that Bluey is a big hit.
Bluey is huge.
Yes, he's a big deal. Well, our 10-day forecast is showing some pretty awesome weather this week. We have so much sunshine to look forward to with no chance of rain. Temperatures are going to stay in the 80s, 83 tomorrow, then up to 88 by Thursday. We're slowly warming up. We'll be at 90 next Monday. Low temperatures staying in the low 60s, though, every day. And then finally, just a little slight chance of rain by the middle of next week.
All right, thanks a lot, Jenna, Gianna. We appreciate y'all watching. We're trying to get the Bears and the Vikings over there to play as fast as they can so we can see you close to the top of the hour. Produce Channel 6 at 11.
And in the meantime, Hogan's Heroes is next here on BTV.
Have a great night.